All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1042, Stone case.
Thank you.
You welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Stone, you
Yes,
brought
ma'am.
this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, so basically, this is my twin sister. She dropped off her child to me about like 6 months ago, dropped her off saying that she was gonna come back, run to the store, and literally never came back. I've been taking care of her. I myself has 2 other kids as well. The little girl, her name is Karina.
Okay.
But Karina, so
How old is Karina?
she's 4 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. She's been getting sick a lot. I've been taking her to a doctor, but out of my pocket, it's been hard to take care of all that. And from what I hear, my sister over here has been up in the club, twerking, and not taking care of her responsibilities, and not doing what she needs to do.
Why is it funny?
Let's pause to recognize the utter insolence of this situation. You chuckle at your sister's assertion that you left your child behind and never returned. If this is accurate, it shows blatant recklessness, not just carelessness. Child support regulations are in place specifically to avoid circumstances such as these. You cannot ignore family conflict and expect no repercussions. The purpose of the court is to ensure that the child is taken care of, not to manufacture excuses. And based on the judge's response, it looks like things are going to become serious.
I don't know.
When she finishes, then I will come to you. But there will be no laughing in here. Especially
sorry,
about what, don't be sorry, just don't do it.
All right.
Especially about what she just said, allegedly, that you're doing. You may continue.
But that's basically it. I'm here to request child support from her. That is my niece, and I do want her to, be okay, but I can't take care of her by myself.
Okay. All right. So, what's your name?
I'm Christina Stone.
Okay. All right, Christina. What do you have to say about what your sister said?
Basically, I just feel like we shouldn't even be here. We're sisters. This is a family matter. I don't even know why she even brought me here. I have tried to contact her, and for some reason, I have not been able to get a hold of her.
Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second.
Christina Stone waited for her chance to speak while sitting calmly. Particularly in light of the claims that had been made, she made it plain that there would be no joking or trivializing of the situation. She didn't need to apologize. She only wanted the situation to be handled seriously. Her primary purpose for being there was to ask her sister for child support. She wanted her niece to be safe and healthy since she loved her so much, but she couldn't do everything by herself. It took help in addition to love to raise a child. She gave her name Christina Stone when asked to introduce herself. Her sister responded angrily, stating that they had no business being in court at all. She believed that this was a private subject that belonged to her family. She stated that she had attempted to contact Christina several times but had been unsuccessful for reasons she could not comprehend. The judge called for a stop in the proceedings before the conversation could continue.
You seem to be upset.
Yes, I'm very upset because she's over here.
She should be upset. If what she says is true, that you left Karina with her after going to the store, is that true?
And she hasn't even called me at all. That's a lie.
trying to get a hold of her.
1 second. It's a yes or no. Is that true? Did you
Yes.
leave Karina? Okay. She should be the one upset. You left your daughter, have not come back. She's paying things out of pocket. Your daughter has health issues, and you're not giving her any type of financial assistance. She should be upset. I don't understand your attitude.
I understand, but we are blood. We are family. I am going through a lot myself.
What are you going through?
Well, my baby father in jail, so it's hard for me to really.
What he in jail for?
He got involved in some. He got involved in some drugs, and
Involved
He's a
in some
deadbeat.
drugs?
He ain't taking care of nobody.
Oh, okay.
so basically, yeah, he got involved with some drugs. He ended up in the penitentiary, and
How long has he been in there?
he's been in there for about 2 to 3 years, 2.5,
Okay.
something like that.
So he doesn't really know Karina then?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately.
All right.
This scene is the epitome of courtroom drama. You can feel the tension in the air, and honestly, it's not hard to see why. The mother is sitting there with an expression that could melt steel, completely furious. But why? What exactly is she mad about? The fact that she's being held accountable for neglecting her financial responsibilities as a parent? The fact that she's finally being confronted with the reality that she can't just walk away from her child without consequences? It's honestly mind-blowing how some people will go to any length to avoid taking responsibility. For years, this woman provided nothing, not a single penny, not a single ounce of effort to support her child. And now that the court is stepping in and demanding that she contribute financially, she's acting like she's the victim in all of this. The entitlement is unreal. Parenting isn't just about having a child. It's about raising one. It's about making sure they have food, a safe home, an education, and a stable environment. Yet when the legal system enforces something as basic as child support, people like this suddenly feel wronged, as if they're being unfairly targeted. The truth is, the law doesn't care about personal grudges or petty disputes when a child's well-being is at stake. Family drama doesn't excuse neglect. If you refuse to step up as a parent, the court will make you step up. Some might argue that family matters like this should be handled privately, that the government shouldn't get involved in personal conflicts. But what happens when one parent does everything while the other walks away without consequences? At what point does a lack of accountability turn into outright neglect? That's the real question here. What do you guys think? Is this exactly why the judicial system exists? To ensure that children aren't left behind when one parent refuses to take responsibility? Or should disputes like this be handled outside of the courtroom? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's discuss.
Okay, and I see that Dad was served by way of you through the penitentiary system. So he was ordered, to not necessarily be here because he can't be here, but he is aware that this hearing is taking place today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, yeah, I understand that it's a family matter, but at the end of the day, she's still doing something she is not obligated to do. And you do need to pay her child support. You and Dad both. But it wouldn't be right to put Dad on child support today considering he's not here and he's in a penitentiary. Do you know how long he will be in there?
He has about 4 more years left.
Okay, so in 4 years, you guys can come back to court and then we can modify it. But as far as today, you are going to start paying her some child support.
But what if I just get the custody back?
You ain't even taking care of her. What do you mean?
I could take care of my own child.
No, I've been seeing you out on Snapchat.
You two will just address me, okay? You never had custody from the sounds of it. If you dropped your daughter off and never went back, she has been in rightful custody of your daughter, not you. So I can't make her overturn that situation. I mean, she's been doing it. That's what's right. And what's right is that you should pay child support. You'd agree with me, right?
Well, I mean, I would eventually like to get my child back.
Well, that's fine eventually, but today, that's not what's going to happen, okay? How much money do you make?
I make about 30 grand a year.
30 grand a year. Okay, what do you do?
I work for a retail store.
You get commission?
No, I do not.
Okay. Is that the truth? Because you kind of hesitated.
I mean, I have other endeavors and stuff, like, side businesses.
Okay, but nothing that just generates a whole lot of money?
No.
Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. Do you have any other children?
I do not.
Okay.
Person, the goal of the court isn't to punish anyone. It's to make sure the child gets exactly what they are entitled to: food, medical care, stability, and a safe home. The legal system exists to protect children first, not cater to the feelings of parents who suddenly decide they don't want to contribute. Yet despite this, the mother in this case insists on arguing as if she can talk her way out of a legally mandated obligation, but the judge, not backing down for a second, no amount of complaining or excuses is going to erase the fact that she is responsible for financially supporting her child. And very soon she's going to learn exactly how much she has to pay, down to the last cent. The law doesn't bend for personal grudges, and it certainly won't turn a blind eye when a parent refuses to contribute. What do you guys think? Should the court system be stricter in enforcing child support, or do you think there are cases where leniency is justified? Let me know in the comments.
So, your child support obligation will start today. And health insurance, do you know how much it would cost to add the child only?
So I had called around and they were quoting me about $500.
For that child only? Okay, if that child is, you said you have 2 other children? Mm-hmm. So it's 2 other children, it'll be you and then Karina.
Yes,
so it'll be 4 people. How much would it be total for your insurance?
So for all of us, I think they said like $1,300.
$1,300. Ooh, health insurance is so expensive. Mm-hmm. So what I can do is divide it by 4. So individually, each person would be $325. So that would be the coverage that you will reimburse to yourself.
Hold on, what? You didn't give your child any calls or financial support for months, and now that child support is a possibility, you want them back? Yes, the courts don't operate that way. When it comes to money, parental rights are not a get-out-of-jail-free card. The judge is making it plain that custody is about responsibility, not just biology, and this mother hasn't demonstrated much of it thus far. Let's speak about numbers now. In order to ensure that this child receives the support they are entitled to, the judge is dissecting everything. When questioned about the expense of health insurance, the mother acknowledged that she had gotten quotes of $500 just to add the child after calling about. Her plan included 2 additional children, bringing the monthly cost for the 4 of them to $1,300. After calculating the amount and dividing it by 4, the judge determined that each person's part was $325. She now owes her sister that sum as compensation. Then, whoa, $754 per month is the final child support payment. She didn't anticipate being held responsible based on that eye roll. Let's break it down though. Child support isn't just any old amount. In accordance with state regulations, it is computed using income and expenses. This is where things become fascinating though. The mother paused when questioned about her salary. Was that an indication of unreported profits? Because she's a legal disaster waiting to happen if she's hiding money.
Okay, in addition to child support. So you said you have 1 child. I have your gross at $2,500 monthly, which brings your net to $2,146.92. And you have 1 child. That brings your child support obligation to $429 plus the health insurance at $325. Your monthly obligation is $754 a month. You can roll your eyes all you want to. I'm really not bothered by that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And based on what your sister said and based on your own admission, you're in the wrong. And it's only right that you pay her child support as well as health insurance so your daughter can get her health issues taken care of. Anything I said confuse you?
I understand.
Okay. Well, do you have any questions for me?
I don't.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
To put it simply, the court protected the child, which was its intended purpose. When the mother refused to step in, the aunt did, and the judge ensured that the biological parent was held responsible. This decision was made to make sure Karina had the stability and assistance she is entitled to, not to punish her. This case establishes a significant legal precedent. The biological parent does not automatically receive a pass just because family members step in. Just because someone else is prepared to take the burden doesn't mean that financial duty disappears. We now give it to you. Was this decision just? Did the judge make the right decision, or should the mother have been given another chance? Leave a comment below with your opinions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth case evaluations and professional legal analysis if you enjoy dissecting the drama of real-life courtrooms.